Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Sleigh Bells. We're going to be doing chapter 2 in Yukimaro's Common Root story. This is the second episode of the Spirit World, and we're going to be continuing down choices that lead to Yukimaro's story. Misa was having trouble with her career path survey, and she went to the shrine to go pray about it, and then by the end of the episode, she had 3 new house guests, which was kind of funny, but it's whatever. A guardian spirit, a god, and a spirit board, a spirit who is, quote, haunting her. And now we're on day 2 of her life with that. The next day, I finished getting ready and mustered the courage to go down to the living room. I think Mom has an early shift today, so she's probably not home anymore. Just as I anticipated, she wasn't there. Instead, I found my older sister waiting for me in the living room.
おはよう。何つったってんだ？さっさと朝飯食っちまいな。
Right, morning. I knew it wasn't something to bring up first thing in the morning. I felt relieved knowing I had to talk to Mom later that night.
あ、ご飯あんたの分だけだから、よそったら炊飯器切っておいて。
Got it. I scooped the rice into my bowl and turned off the switch on the cooker.
主様、主様、あのアニメは何ぞ。
I was wondering when the otaku was going to come out. Because the walkthrough that I'm doing says that he's an otaku. And I'm like, oh, really? Hey, what's he doing? My sister's still here. I glanced towards the TV to see it was playing a morning kids anime. I checked to make sure my sister wasn't in earshot and whispered to Yukimaro. It's an anime called Tono Tomorrow? Isn't that the name of Sayaka's dog?
ほうほう、殿だまるとな。
Yukimaro walked off, sat in front of the TV, and started to watch the anime, completely engrossed. I guess he likes anime.
お前、座敷わらしの仕事しろよ。
そうですよ。何のためにここにいるですか？
Before I knew it, Koharu and Toka had also entered the living room. Toka seemed angry with Yukimaro and took his seat on the couch next to him.
これ、なんていうアニメですか？
神様ともあろうお方が世情を知らぬとは嘆かわしいの。
He didn't know what it was called either.
アニメを見る機会なんて忙しい神にはないのです。
仕方ない。教えてしんぜよ。このアニメはかの有名な殿だまるである。
He's taken advantage of the fact that he was already told the name.
殿だまる。面白そうだとは思ったですが。なるほど。有名なんですね。
くだらねえ。
Truly. I knew I shouldn't let them distract me. I sat at the table ignoring them so that I could leave the house eventually. I'll be sure to eat everything today. Although I still had awkward feelings towards my mom, those feelings didn't change the fact that I appreciated her. Thanks for the food. Ah, it's tamagoyaki. I love my mom's rolled omelets. I took a bite. Tastes a little different than usual. As I chewed, an unfamiliar flavor swept through my mouth, making me tilt my head in confusion.
あんたも思った？
Yeah, Mom made this, right?
まあ、私もあんたも作ってないなら、母さんしかいないでしょ。
Tastes different than usual, but it's really, really good.
だよな。最初びっくりしたけど、結構いけるんだよね。
My sister happily took another bite. Seeing she was in a good mood, I decided to ask her about work. Are you going to be late again tonight?
多分。今やってる仕事がなかなか重くてさ。
The new display for your shop, right? How's that coming along?
店長に相談しつつ試行錯誤してる感じ？大変だとは思っていたけど、ここまでとはね。
Her voice was bright despite her words. It's obvious how much fun and satisfaction she takes from her work. Listening to her talk about her work like this filled me with a mix of envy and excitement. I always enjoyed hearing about the project she was working on, or stories about how her job was going.
てか、今日なんかあんのか？
No, nothing like that. I quickly shook my head as she shot me a skeptical look. What? Something wrong with my hair? I tried to play it off with a smile, but my sister slumped her shoulders.
はいはい、ごまかしたって無駄。あんたの姉ちゃん何年やってると思ってんだよ。何かあったんだろ？
Yeah, I have three strange spirits living in my house. I realized that there was no point in trying to hide it. I decided to be honest with her. Oh, it's about her mom. Okay, that makes sense too. I got into an argument with mom over my career path survey, but don't worry, I'll talk it over with her tonight. I tried to sound upbeat, but my sister put down her chopsticks, suddenly looking very serious.
あんた、やっぱり聖銀大学には行きたくないんだろう。
Yeah, but I haven't exactly found what I want to do either. That's why I want to talk to my mom and find a path that's right for me together.
そっか。私の時も同じように揉めたんだよね。
Yeah, I remember. Things were tense when my sister decided that she wanted to do the job that she was doing now. But my sister never gave up and continued to push, and eventually mom came around. It seemed hard back then, but I didn't think it would be this tough.
あんたに背負わせちゃってごめん。
I had a feeling she'd say that to me. Ever since she decided to go into fashion, the pressure mom put on me only increased. I'm sure she feels some guilt about it, but it's not your fault. This was bound to happen one day anyway.
それはそうだけど。
Just like you dealt with it, I'll do my best to overcome it too, so please don't worry. I wasn't trying to act tough or make her feel better, I truly meant it. This was my issue after all, which means I have to be the one to deal with it.
でもさ。
No buts, this is my problem. You don't have to worry about it, Tsubasa. But on days when I need help, just promise you'll be there for me, okay? With that, my sister gave an apologetic smile.
姉として情けないな。ごめん。
Apologize again, and I'm taking your omelet.
ああ、やだやだ、もう言わないから。
Then eat up.
あんたって本当に大好き。ああ、シスコンが超シスコンになっちゃうよ。
As we played around, her apologetic smile turned into a genuine one. I'm glad she's back to her old self. Just seeing how much she had to struggle with my mom to fight for her own career, I didn't want to get her involved with mine. If she's going to be late tonight, then I'll just have to talk with mom on my own. I was nervous, but I knew it was my problem to overcome.
時間やばいじゃん。
I'll clean up, you go ahead.
サンキュー、助かる。行ってきます。
Later. I should head out soon too. I finished breakfast and started cleaning up. Meanwhile, everyone's just watching anime. Alright, guess it's time to head out. I walked to the sofa where Toka and Yukimaro were still watching TV. Koharu, on the other hand, was nowhere to be found. I have to head to school soon, so I need to turn off the TV.
なんとテレビが奪われる。
仕方ないですよ。電気代っていうのがかかるです。雪丸さんには払えないでしょ。
Yukimaro hung his head low. I didn't know he liked TV that much. I'll record it, that way you can watch it later. Yukimaro's face brightened. He's so easy to please.
さすがは主様じゃの。学校が終わるのを楽しみに待っておるぞ。
At least I'm not gonna follow her and cause problems at school.
あなたは何をしに来たんですか。僕も仕事がありますし、 雪丸さんも仕事しなさいです。
と言っても学校についていくわけにもいかぬ。終わるまでどこぞで時間を潰しておる。
He's not coming to school? Relief washed over me. Man, what an exhausting morning. My shoulders sagged as I left home.
あ、はよう。待っていたよ。
Good morning. Your smile is kind of freaking me out. What's wrong?
昨日あんな電話してきて気にならないわけないじゃない。
She's like, how did the spirit board go?
それで座敷わらしはどこ？
He's watching anime in my living room. Saika looked around and I contemplated telling her about what happened yesterday. I'll just worry her. Actually, it might just distract her. If Saika finds out about the spirit, she won't be able to focus on her college exams. Well, after I called you, they stopped appearing. Maybe they got bored of me. After some hesitation, I decided to try and brush off the whole thing. Saika's face fell. Aw.
そんな超楽しみにしてたのに。それじゃあこっくりさんはやらなかったの？
No, I felt bad because you taught me how. Since the guardian spirit was gone, I figured I didn't need to do it.
まあミサはそうだよね。はあ。
You should stop lying to your friend.
でもさ、実際に見たんだよね。どんな感じの見た目だった？
I knew I wouldn't get away with that. How should I answer? Kinda noisy or kinda godly? Obviously you're gonna do kind of noisy, right? Because he is. Oh, okay. So kind of godly is Yukimaro. Is he godly? I had a comment saying that Yukimaro talks to Toka like an exaggerated sense, like he doesn't really respect him as a god like the others do. That maybe he was a god at one point and is not anymore, and if he's kind of godly, maybe they're onto something. So we're not going to do kind of noisy because that is a Kohara choice. So we're not doing anything that's Kohara related. And I'm surprised that the choices differ this early in the game. Yeah, there's only 4 chapters, and usually there's 5, so kinda godly. He looked more like a god than a guardian spirit. He had the super lavish kimono. Honestly, that was pretty surprising. Thinking back on it, it really was.
へえ、想像していたのと違うかも。着物は着物なんだけど、地味な感じかと思ってた。でも結構はっきり覚えてるんだね。もっとおぼろげに見えるのかなって。
I don't remember the details. All I recall is that he seemed kind of godly. He started listening and giggling. Did I hear someone laugh? Don't tell me, is Yukimaro watching me from somewhere?
何キョロキョロしてるの？あ、座敷わらしがまた現れるんじゃないかって不安なんでしょ。
Yeah. I mean, this just happened yesterday. Although Saika was on the right track, she was wrong about the specifics.
はあ、私も会ってみたいな。どこで会ったんだっけ？
I guess I could tell her the location. At Skooma Shrine.
よし、早速放課後行ってみよっと。毎日勉強漬けだから気分転換にもなるしね。ねえ、あなたも行く？
Nah, I'll pass. I've had my fill of that kind of stuff. So I want to spend some time thinking about my career path survey after school. That Saika looked at me with a worried glance.
進路決まりそう？どこの大学にするか悩んでるなら相談に乗るよ。
I wonder if she's still as worried about it in this one as she was in Koyo's route. Because in Koyo's route, she really wanted her to go to Saiyan, and she felt like she was pressuring her into it, I think. But then when Misa told her that she wasn't sure where she wanted to go, I think Sayaka went to go try to perform a ritual and did the ritual wrong, and she thought that she was the one that caused Misa to go into a coma. So I wonder if she still feels the same right now. Because to Sayaka, Misa is her only friend, and she is like, I guess, obsessed with her. At least she was in Koyo's route. She was so attached to her that she didn't want her to go to any other school but her own. Well, honestly, there's not much to discuss. I haven't even thought about it that much. But man, I am jealous of the people who already decided.
それなら私が手伝うよ。あなたの進路が決まるように。親友の私ならあなたに合うものをアドバイスできると思う。
Thanks, but really I'm fine. Your offer to help is more than generous enough.
でも
This sounds familiar. This kind of sounds like the conversation they had in Koyo's route. Sayaka, you're trying to get me into Saiyan, right? You should focus on your exams, not this. Aww, yeah, she feels the same. Sayaka, what's wrong?
なんでもない。私当番があったから先に行くね。
And this seems very familiar. I wonder if she's not going to be alive in this one. Ah, before I could call out to her, she had run off. Class duty? What's that about? Something about Sayaka seemed off. Could it be because I turned down her offer to help me? But I hadn't decided on anything yet. Even if Sayaka were to try to help me out, it would just be a waste of her time. She just wants to be with you and brainstorm this together. She wants to be your friend in this. Doesn't matter if you don't do anything. Sayaka's working so hard right now to get into Saiyan. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to talk to the teacher about getting an extension on the career path survey. Even if I wait to turn it in, I still need to discuss it. I sighed softly and hurried on my way to the school as well. Man, his hair is long. I didn't know it was all the way down to the ground. I had intended to watch her from the shadows, but instead the conversation turned to me.
神々しさは未だ健在か。主様も嬉しい評価をつけてくれる。
Are you a god? Oh, I no longer held such powers, but it seemed my demeanor remained unchanged. Oh, really? How'd you go from god to guardian spirit in training? It had been quite some time since someone called me godly, and it made my heart skip a beat.
主様は見る目があるお人のようじゃな。人間性が良いと見える。
But I shouldn't get carried away. I shook my head to calm down. Just because she praised me doesn't necessarily mean she's a good person. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. However, her aura does seem to be that of a good person. Indeed, I was very glad to have chosen her. Now I understood why that Tengu god had been following her all this time.
とりあえず学校が終わるまで見守るとするかな。
Are you actually going to school with her? You said you weren't. I wasn't able to talk to my homeroom teacher before school, so I waited till class was over. I decided to be honest and tell my teacher that I was still unsure of my future plans.
なるほど。話は分かったよ。
I'm sorry.
そんな沈んだ顔をするな。まだ時間はあるんだから。
Okay.
提出については急がなくて大丈夫だ。何かあればいつでも相談に乗るからな。
Thank you. His words comforted me greatly. He's right, I still have time. I'll drop by the library for college flyers and job application information before going home. It's time for me to get serious about this. I was so focused on my research I hadn't even noticed the sun had set. The school librarian shooed me out and I began the long walk home. What do I even want to do? Though talking to my teacher had bought me some time, actually facing down my future filled me with depression. I couldn't find anything what I wanted to do. This isn't good. I shouldn't feel so glum. If I'm going to talk to my mom tonight, I need to be strong. I need to have my head in a good place. Maybe I'll take a stroll before heading home. Just as I started walking, my phone buzzed. It was a message from Sayaka. She visited the priest at Tsukumo Shrine. He claimed to have gotten rid of the floating ghost. He must be referring to Toka. Actually, the whole reason I was in this mess was because of that priest. I should have never listened to him. I muttered the words regretfully.
それは違うぞ。あれがなかったらトーカ殿が主様に矜持を与えていたやもしれん。
それはまあ、いろいろと準備してましたし。
He's not denying it. Huh? I thought I heard voices and saw the two standing beside me. Standing? You mean like one's floating? Can you not pop up out of the blue like that? Although I protested, they seemed unconcerned with my words. I glanced around to see other people looking at me as if I were crazy. That's right, to these people I must look like I'm walking by myself right now. And talking to yourself. Feeling their stares on me, I felt very embarrassed and ran away. I ran trying to escape the stares from the other commuters, and before I knew it, I was in front of Tsukumo Shrine. This should be far enough. Nobody's here to give me strange looks. I felt relieved, but it was short-lived.
主様、早く帰ってアニメを見るのだ。録画とやらで撮ってくれたのであろう。
そうやってミサさんの行動を縛り付けないでくださいです。彼女には彼女の事情があるです。
As usual, the two of them were up to their noisy antics. I'm just going to ignore them.
主様、何故無視をするのだ。
僕、何かしちゃったですか？どうしよう。
He sounds so hurt.
こいつの状況を察しろ。俺たちはミサ以外の人間には見えてねえんだぞ。
He just pops up out of nowhere too. Kohara appeared out of nowhere and explained my silence to the others. Yukimaro clapped his hands in understanding.
ああ、なるほど。一人で話す奇妙な人間にさせてしまっていたか。それはすまぬ。
Suddenly, Yukimaro was engulfed in smoke. What? Oh, he transformed? Oh my goodness. His hair is longer than that though, because in the perspective changes, his hair is on the ground. In the next instant, he appeared normal. That was to say, he was dressed in modern clothes. I didn't know they could do this. Just changing your clothes isn't enough. I whispered to Yukimaro and he flashed to me a big smile.
今は人間に化けておる。人の世に溶け込むとき、この姿になるのだ。
So, are you now visible? You can do that.
力の強いあやかしはこうやって人に化けられるんだ。
Oh my goodness. Why are you still dressed like a girl? Oh my goodness. Is he wearing a skirt? I think he is. It's hard to take you seriously as a man when you're dressed like that. And we have to go down your route too. Koharu is in a jean shirt and layers. I don't know what to think about this.
この姿になるのはとっても久しぶりです。なんだか変な感じ。
This Toka is a god. I imagine him to be powerful. Realizing Yukimaro and Koharu were also powerful, I suddenly felt very intimidated.
主様、はよはよ。帰って殿田丸を見るぞい。
He yanked my arm and he half dragged me in the direction of my home. Wait a minute, I have some things to do. So they could touch you now. I don't know if they could touch each other when they were spirits or not, but I don't think they even tried. Not really, but they didn't want to go home just yet. Suddenly, Yukimaro's eyes teared up.
殿田丸。
To those around us, he looked like the older one, and he was bursting into tears. I could feel the stares of everyone around us. He's a pain even when he's visible.
さっさと移動した方が賢明だな。
I can't believe they're taking on human forms. But you can't go to her house now. You're invisible. What are you gonna do? She can't just bring home 3 men.
寄りたい場所があるなら遠慮しないで言ってくださいです。この泣き虫は僕が何とかするですから。
What should I do? I think we're going to the map now. I think go home with Yukimaro. I think that's the choice. Alright, we're going home. I don't have any particular reason to go anywhere, so why don't we all go home? More than anything, I just want to find a way to make Yukimaro quiet down.
おお、我を尊重してくれたか。ありがたき幸せである。
Okay, that's a bit much.
俺はちょっと散歩したいから先に帰ってろ。
With that, Gohara walked off. It seemed as though Tokyo 2 had plans.
僕も他の人間を見てこないといけないので、ちょっと出かけてくるです。
Just like that, he was gone. In the end, only Yukimaro and I were left to walk home together.
さて、我らは家に帰ってアニメじゃ。
You like Tomorrow that much?
それはもう一目惚れであったからの。
Seeing Yukimaro so happy, I felt relieved he had chosen to go home. I felt relieved. Yukimaro and I walked side by side, talking about the anime as we did.
テレビは本当に面白いの。昼ドラもよく見たものだ。
As I talked with Yukimaro, I knew we'd be home in no time. Yukimaro mentioned he would occasionally drop into people's homes to watch TV. Well, that's creepy.
途中で番組を変えられることもあっての。何度も悔しい思いをしたものだ。
I couldn't help but laugh. I didn't know spirits enjoyed TV so much. As I thought of this, I noticed my footsteps slowing as we approached home.
の、主様。少しこの辺りをぐるっと一回りしてもよいか？
Huh?
我はこの町に来たばかりでの。見て回りたいのじゃ。
I just want to spend more time with her. He was so eager to watch anime before. He doing this for me. Sensed the intentions behind his offer and felt truly touched by his kindness. I was hoping to do the same.
おお、それは奇遇じゃの。主様とは気が合うようじゃ。
He's like, what a coincidence! In a very sarcastic tone. I wonder how much of it is real. I know, right?
そうじゃ。この二人きりの機会、我に聞きたいことはないか？共に過ごす仲なのだから、いろいろと知っておいた方が良いだろ
う。I know this is something small, but food. Yukimaro, do you have a favorite food? I asked and Yukimaro folded his arms, groaning.
どうだろうな。嫌いな食べ物がないから全部好きなのかもしれん。
Everything. Really, there's nothing that you like more than anything else.
それならあるぞ。甘いものだ。甘いものだったらいくらでも食べられる。
As much as you're given. That sounds just like me. There's this place near the station that has the best parfaits. The matcha parfait I had the other day was just amazing. As I spoke, he suddenly grabbed my hands.
主様、今度ぜひとも連れて行ってほしいのだ。
His eyes glimmered, and from behind his wide grin, something shined. You're drooling. I think you're getting a little too excited.
興奮せずにいられるか？主様、絶対の絶対に連れて行ってくれ。
He sounded like he was slobbering during all that.
興奮せずにいられるか？主様、絶対の絶。
That's funny. His reaction was predictable, but it still made me laugh. I know, right? Talking to Yukimaro sure is fun. Well, at least he's not annoying to her anymore. We let the exciting topic of ice cream desserts brighten our mood as we continue to chat. After I returned home, I turned on the TV and played Tomorrow as promised, with Yukimaro and Tokyo watched intently on the couch.
おお、殿黙は大人の姿になれるのか。もう絵が詰まっとる。
I kind of figured they would go back to their spirit form in their house, because I mean, you can't just hang around as humans, right?
いいなあ、殿だまる。僕も大人の姿になれたら。
Koharu, however, stared at the TV with apparent boredom.
これのどこが面白いんだっつうの。
I mean, you could just go upstairs if you want. As usual, the spirit spoke as though the situation was totally normal for them. They were all in their kimonos, invisible to everyone but me. I left them and went to the kitchen to help Mom with dinner. Just gonna leave the TV on. I need to apologize about yesterday. Hey, Mom.
そうそう。あなたが帰る少し前に担任の先生から電話があったわ。
My attempt to apologize was immediately halted by my mom's abrupt start to the conversation.
進路のプリント提出を遅らせたいと相談したそうじゃない。
Dang, she's like giving you that accusing glare.
進路が決まらなくて悩んでるんじゃないかって先生心配していらしたわ。
Her angry expression made me stop and stare down at my feet. She looked so offended. Well, it's the truth. I tried to tell you yesterday.
そうは言っても時間は進んでいくのよ。いつまでも決まらなかったらどうする気？
My heart ached. I know, you don't need to remind me.
先生には聖銀大学のオープンキャンパスに申し込んだことを伝えたわ。
What?
聖銀大学じゃなくても医学部の方面で考えている旨も。
Why? Why would you do that?
怒らないでちょうだい。あなたのためを思って。
You're deciding everything for her. No, this isn't for me. Mom, you're doing this for yourself. This is the same as yesterday. You won't listen to a word I have to say. I couldn't stop myself. It's all about you. It's always been about you. You never once asked me what I wanted. You just made these decisions on your own. No, I shouldn't say any more. I'm the one that has to live this life, Mom. My future isn't for you. Upset, I ran out of the house. Dang, he left the house. I ran without direction. Just ran and ran, not once feeling tired or short of breath. The events played over and over in my mind. Why did I say such horrible things? At the same time, I can't forgive her for what she did. I was just about to apologize, too. Thoughts and emotions created a chaotic storm in my heart. I was surrounded by pain. I felt lost in a maze of dread with no escape. I kept running as if I was fleeing from something, and then I ended up at the beach. Tears flowed the moment I stopped running. The problem was with my mom. My undecided career path. It all felt overwhelmingly painful. I hated feeling this way. Crouching in the dark, I couldn't hold back my sobs.
おい、引っ張るなって言ってるだろうが。
Dragging him along.
話したら逃げるのは分かっておるのじゃん。ほれ、歩け歩け。
I heard voices and looked up. Yukimaro and Koharu were there. The two of them walked up and sat down either side of me. Why?
主様の行くところ、どこでもついていくと言ったであろう。
Yukimaro smiled kindly at me.
俺はこいつに引っ張ってこられただけだ。
Koharu muttered curtly. Yukimaro patted my back and Koharu glanced over, clearly concerned. Although my heart was a mess, I felt that feeling ebbing away. Their presence warmed my troubled heart. Thank you. My words were tearful and shaky, but they both nodded with understanding.
あんな風に言う気はなかったのであろう。今泣いているのがその証拠じゃ。
Recalling my harsh words to Mom, my eyes blurred with tears again.
たく、メソメソするんじゃねえよ。命令だ。
It's an order, you have to follow it.
このバカタレ！泣いている者にそのような物言いをするでない。
くっそ、調子狂うな。
You know, I was kind of looking forward to his harsh demeanor, but he sure caves in really easily, doesn't he? Nanami's like the most harshest one out of every character so far. Ahara seemed uncomfortable and took something out of his pocket. Oh? It was a coin and paper of the spirit board from my desk.
ほら、特別だ。だから泣きやめ。
ほうほう、これは気が利くな。ほれ、主様。聞きたいことを言うてみろ。
You're gonna ask him something. What I want to ask?
あるはずじゃ。納得のいかないものが。だから、憤りを感じておるのだろ
う。Yukimaro urged me to continue and my thoughts began to formulate. What I want to ask about is my mom.
儀式に失敗したとしても、すでにたたってるから安心しろ。
You've already done that and I'm already haunting you. His words made me smile slightly. I know, right? I softly placed my finger on the coin. I think it's what is my mom thinking on both of them. Okay. Yukimaro is why is my mom pushing for med school, and it's the same for him. So we're gonna say what is my mom thinking first. After saying those things and running away, I started to wonder what my mom thought of me. Is my mother hurt right now? In response to my question, the 10 yen coin immediately moved to yes. Yukimaro, who was standing over me, looked unsatisfied.
主様は母上の愛情を疑っておるのか？愛する娘とあんな風になったら、親としては当然傷つくであろう。
That's certainly true. In truth, I already knew the answer to that question and decided to refocus. Right, back to the top. Alright, why is my mom pushing for med school? I've always thought mom insisted on me going to the medical field because of dad. Her explanation about it being a stable job with a good income didn't sit right with me. And so I decided to ask, is mom's insistence on med school because dad passed away? The coin drifted to yes. I knew it. That made far more sense than this being about a stable job and good income. Then why did my mom say what she did? As I was about to continue, I heard someone running towards me. I quickly hid the spirit board.
やっと見つけた。こんなところにいたのか。
Sis.
帰ったら母さんが大慌てでさ、事情を聞いてすぐにあんたのこと探しに来たんだ。
Mom.
そんなに赤い目して。
I quickly wiped my eyes. Oh, you said you'd be late, but you're home early.
守護的の翼様にかかれば、今日くらい早く帰れるってもんよ。
My sister giggled and held up my hand.
今のは冗談。今朝のあんたの様子がちょっと気になってたんだよね。あんたにもいろいろ思うところがあると思うけど、今は母さんに時間をあげて。
Huh?
母さんがあんなに取り乱したの久しぶりに見てさ、考える時間が必要だと思う。
If my sister was the one saying mom was stressed, then it really must be true. Besides, I wanted to cool down too, and I needed some time for that. I wanted to have a calm discussion with her. I was disappointed in myself for getting so upset.
母さん心配してるし、帰りながらになるけど、話聞かせて。
I wanted to rely on her to vent, but I felt like I was past all that now. I turned slightly to glance at the two spirits who had accompanied me. I smiled awkwardly and they both smiled back. I felt a warm glow spreading in my heart. They look so cute when they smile.
どうしたんだ？後ろなんて見て。
It's nothing.
さ、なら行くか。
As we walked, I took a deep breath and began to open up to my sister. Sorry for worrying you, and thank you for finding me. I felt guilty for making her hurry home after work, but I was relieved to have her there. My sister wrapped her arms around my shoulders, holding me close. Ah.
謝るのはなし。感謝は受け入れる。あんただから心配したいの。だから何でも言ってこい。気なんて使ったら許さないぞ。
My sister laughed in her usual way. I felt protected in her presence. But honestly, I'm okay now. I found someone to confide in.
え？でもあんたしかいなかったじゃん。あ、さやかにでも電話したのか？
I'm talking to my imaginary friends. No, it's someone new I could talk to. I told them a lot and it really helped me calm down.
私の出る幕はなしか。なんか姉としては寂しいな。でもまあ、そういう顔できてんならよしとするか。
Thanks. I looked skyward, contemplating what to do when I got home. I hope Mom is okay. Despite our differing views, I could never hate her. I was more worried about her than I was about our disagreement. How was Mom?
大丈夫だよ。あんたが帰れば気持ちもいくらか落ち着くだろ。
I hope so.
夕飯作って待っててって伝えたから、今頃うまいもんいっぱい出来上がってるって。あ、リクエストするの忘れてた。今朝の卵焼き。
Yeah, it was really good.
主様、主様。その卵焼きなら小春に頼むのが良いぞ。
I was wondering, I'm like, if it tastes different, I bet one of them made it. Yukimaro, who was following right behind me, softly whispered to me.
てめえ、バラすなって言ってあっただろうが。
That's really cute. Wait, did Kohara make the tamagoyaki? As I conversed with my sister, the question lingered in my mind. That's adorable. When I got home, my mom immediately served us dinner, just as my sister said she would. We avoided the topic from before, and as soon as she placed the dinner on the table, she said she was tired and retreated to her room. I nervously sat down to dinner with my sister giving me a reassuring glance. Maybe I just need to give it time. I remembered that and started eating. I wasn't very hungry. I didn't want to waste the meal Mom prepared for me. I forced myself to eat every bite. My sister insisted on cleaning up, so I returned to my room. I need to cool down. Sat in my chair, stared at the ceiling. My room was empty. Yukimaro stayed in the living room since my sister was watching TV. Kohara wasn't in the living room and must have gone off somewhere. I hadn't seen Toko in a while. I wonder if Mom's asleep. Is she okay? Since no one was around, I couldn't help but continue thinking about it. Austin thought I heard a voice at my door.
おい、少しいいか。
Koharu? I recognized the voice. I stood up and opened the door to find Koharu. Sure, come in. As soon as I invited him in, he began speaking harshly to me.
犬、お前に命令がある。友人にこっくりさんをやるなと言っておけ。
It's like asking you questions. My friend, you mean Sayaka?
ああ、そいつで間違いねえ。答えにくいことしか聞いてこねえから、いつも対応に困ってんだ。
He's been using the board that much? I remember how quickly she sent me the instructions on how to use it before. I wouldn't be surprised if she did it all the time. What kind of questions is she asking that he can't answer? What do you do when you can't answer?
何もしねえ。だからさやかってやつの前では質問に答えたことがないんだが。呼ばれる回数が多いから面倒なんだよ。
Is that why he disappears all the time? Sayaka's summoning him. Sorry about that. Haru seemed genuinely tired of the situation. I could only offer a wry laugh in response. Then I remembered something. Oh, there's something I wanted to ask you. The tamagoyaki this morning, did you make it? Haru seemed caught off guard.
そうだよ。悪いか。
So it was Koharu that made it. That tamagoyaki was delicious. For Yukimaro's choice, we're going to say it tasted different, it was addicting. There's a lot of different choices for Koharu in this, so his common root choices are going to be a little bit longer than most episodes. It tasted different, it was kind of addicting actually.
その感想、珍味かよ。まあ、食い慣れた味の方がいいよな。
He didn't take kindly to that. I didn't mean it that way. I meant that it was different from usual and I liked it. It was a nice change of pace. Why am I having such a hard time expressing myself with him? Maybe I should just have said it was delicious.
ま、気が向いたらまた作ってやる。
You're really good at cooking, aren't you, Koharu?
昔、お前みてえに儀式の最中に失敗した男がいてな。
Was it Hibiki?
その男は病気な上に貧乏で、飯もろくに食えなかった。
I don't think Hibiki has ever said he was sick or poor.
見かねた俺が、そいつに料理を作ってやってな。それ以来興味が湧いて、いろいろ覚えたのが始まりだ。
He's supposed to haunt people, but it seems like he always ends up helping them. You're so kind, Koharu.
勘違いすんじゃねえ。目の前でのたれ死にされたら、寝覚めが悪いってだけだ。
He tried to sound cold, but I could tell that he was actually very kind. Earlier when he followed me, he worried about me and even let me use the spirit board.
人間には何人も関わってきた。その度に思う。面倒だってな。
You still feel that way.
ああ、面倒で仕方ねえ。お前のことを知っていくたびに関わっているのが嫌になる。
You didn't have a choice though. She messed up the ritual.
だが、決まりは決まり。しっかりたたってやらねえとな。
I think it's funny how they're still using the word haunt, like it's supposed to be a bad thing, but it's not. It's strange to hear him say it so bluntly, but I guess this is his job.
そういう顔するな。めんどくせえ。
そうじゃそうじゃ。そのような顔をする必要などないのだぞ。
Suddenly, Yukimaro entered my room.
この小春はな、人との縁が心地よくって、だから別れる時に辛くなる。
Oh, he's a big softie.
そういう感情になるのが嫌だということを言っておるのだ。
バーってね、勝手なこと言うんじゃねえ。
図星だとこうして怒るツンデレなのじゃ。そう聞くと可愛いかろ。
He just outright called him a tsundere. Really funny. Refers to Koharu, someone who is kind at heart but not honest with their feelings. I glanced at Koharu, saw his cheeks were red. Yeah, I know, right? He's so cute. He might be right.
ああ、たもういい。
Bye. Koharu stormed out of the room, pouting.
ひゃー、ご乱心じゃ。
I can't believe this voice actor is Shelby Stale. Like, I want to hear the voice that he used when he introduced himself to her. You think he'd be okay? He seemed pretty upset.
ああ、いい。小春だからいいんじゃ。
Is that really okay? Yukimaro Stare. Yukimaro was still joking, but then his expression turned serious.
今朝小春が料理をしていたのはお主に対する詫びの気持ち。本当はたたるなんてことしたくないのだ。人に危害を加えることを小春は大層嫌っておる。
If something happened in the past,
それは小春に直接聞くのが良いだろうな。
I was kind of looking forward to the harsh character for once, but it's whatever. We have a big softy tsundere. Yukimaro's words made me hesitant. I didn't want to reopen any wounds Koharu might still have. If asking could hurt him, I'd rather not know. Aw, she's so nice. I'm not gonna get a CG, am I? Okay, good. We're still not done. 2 days had passed since my mom and I got into that argument. And the whole time, the two of us had been avoiding each other. I knew we needed time apart to cool down, but... Dang it. What was the point of that? I don't have a CG. Dang it. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.